let's do open play, and today it's going to be Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk. It's going to be happening by 12 o'clock, about 12 o'clock. So that is 12 o'clock, early morning, Sunday, 19th of May, 12 o'clock. You can watch it. Of course, I will definitely be watching that bout live. But I dare say that in the history of heavyweight boxing, this is one of the most unpredictable fights. It is hard to analyze or predict this match.
Yes, and you're actually talking about maybe at this instance the best two in the heavyweight division, and in the past 5 years as well. You can put the two in there, even though they've not been that very much active. Everyone can remember Tyson Fury for several years battling depression and all of that, don't fight. But then we know when it comes, it's always in there. Save for his fight against Francis Ngannou, I don't think anyone has doubted the power and the strength of Tyson Fury. For Alexander Usyk, you can never rule him out. He's been there. He's one of the very few heavyweight boxers who can also claim to be an Olympic gold medalist. It's a huge one because that means he went through the ranks from amateur, fighting at the Olympics, and then heavyweight division. He was a former cruiserweight champion. In fact, unified champion in the cruiserweight division. He left that to move to the heavyweight, and also he's been dominating. Since they fitting our own brother, Anthony Joshua, is head on to that belt, and he has defended it well. So this is a fight between two guys that are very, very good, and on their day, nobody can stand them. So it's going to be a very interesting fight.
You see, I was talking this morning about this fight, and I said because of Alexander Usyk has more history in the cruiserweight, has never lost a fight. You understand? Heavyweight, has he had up to 5 fights?
Yes, yeah, yes. I think he has about 20 fights as well. But yes,
okay, not in the big leagues.
So he has not lost any fight.
In his career. In his career, definitely.
He's got
but look at the difference between both men.
So this is something that is going to play a major role for everybody.
You think so? Yes. Because I think it should, but you know, it's almost like Fury lost a little bit of weight and looks taller.
According to the this is he is way better in comparison to both, but this is the lightest he has ever been in his career, in his heavyweight division. It's for Tyson Fury. While for Usyk, this is going to be the heaviest he has ever been. And we know it does matter a lot how much you can receive points. That's why some people look at some fighters who would have stomach in quotes, but they can always withstand because it always plays in. Because of all those jabs that comes in between, how you can hold on to it. For Tyson Fury, it's going to be a very, very huge one. And I won't be surprised because I'm looking at it. Look at that height. Maybe on TV, people are looking at that. But it's 6 inches in between them. Usyk is 6'3", Fury is 6'9". That's a huge man.
It is. There. Look, I mean, you can even see it here. That's almost
reach.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a very, very huge fight, and I can't really say one is going to win.
Exactly. But it's hard because for me,
if I'm to tilt, I'll be tilting towards Tyson Fury. But
the point that at earlier stage, it looked like Tyson Fury was one trying to dodge this match. This match has postponed like twice or thrice, and it got to a point whereby after the deal was signed, they said anybody that flunks out of the match would pay a heavy fine. I think 10 million or so. I don't remember the amount. But as it so happened, there was a time it seemed as though Tyson Fury was scared.
It's maybe, and especially because he hadn't fought in a long time until that Francis Ngannou fight. Then everyone like, what's happening if a kickboxer, a mixed martial arts coach push you this much
in his first professional
boxing fight, and that's why everyone was looking. But if it's Tyson Fury, we know his records. Is it Dillian White? Is it Derek Chisora? Is it when he even defeats the Klitschko brother to get the heavyweight title for the first time in 2015?
And so the talk was maybe age is catching up with him.
But Usyk is older. Usyk is 37. Fury is 35. But this also matters in boxing. And he has had a lot of fights, much more fights in his career than Usyk has had. 35 fights, 34 wins. 21 of such is knockout.
Knockout,
You don't want to predict against him.
Exactly.
But you're fighting a man that's bringing all the bets on the table. He's bringing 4 bets. You are bringing one.
Exactly.
But this is the first time in the world that we're going to have all unified.
Unified since 1999, I think.
It's been a long time.
Now, if Usyk wins, should he retire? Or if any of them win, should they?
I
should they
don't
continue
think
their
so.
career?
There's
Should
an
they retire?
AJ, there's the right, there's a deal. So whether my sister wants to come back into the ring, there's Joseph Packard. All these guys are also just lining up. Let's see how this fight goes. Nobody's going to retire after this.
Nobody is going to retire.
Nobody.
Fury has retired and come back.
Yeah, nah, so he went on the air to see if he can. It's about 3 years that he didn't fight, but then he came back and we saw what he did.
So
with
if
Joseph
somebody
Parker.
now, one person,
we did wider.
one person holds all 5 belts, who do you think is the next contender? Who is the next best contender?
So-
Joshua, Deontay Wilder, who?
Joseph Parker.
Parker,
I think-
Dillian White.
You know,
who?
for this thing is usually like this. For each of these organizations, there's a ranking. There's somebody that is the mandatory challenger. So there's that, but there's also a possible clause which we don't know.
Because I heard that they might not
could
take
be
the rematch clause for this match.
Yes, there could also
There's
be a
something I
rematch.
heard
So
that even if there's a clause that if Fury should win, they might not want to take a rematch clause. I don't know. It's not. It's been.
So
there's
yes,
a lot.
all of that
this.
we still don't know about, but until the fight ends,
And then
I'm
we see.
really hoping that it goes to the. I don't want to see knockout in this fight. I
don't
want to
see
see the
knockout.
12 rounds. I want to see the two guys going that
Going
to the
all
end.
their way.
And it's going to be a very, very.
I
good matchup.
I look at the thing. I feel like Tyson is more set to beat Usyk than he was last year. If this fight had happened last year, I was bending more towards Usyk. But now, I don't know. I think I'm leaning more towards that. Even though I still maintain the unpredictability, because you see, somebody with a long reach, what happens is that you want to come close, so that his reach is no longer an advantage. Now, what happens is that people with long reach, they keep you at a distance, jab, 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 keep you at a distance. But when you close down space between both fighters,
And that's
for somebody who's smaller or shorter,
especially this what you just mentioned is something that Alexander Usyk is known for. Is adaptability.
because he did it against Joshua. Joshua also is bigger.
In fight, he changes tactics in fight. That's something that is always good for him. He's very fast. We know that. But the fact that you cannot predict how it's going to end up, he changed in tactics. Right there, if he feels okay, you're having an advantage with his team, quickly put up. It's one of those very few boxers that you can always talk about. So we know, yes, you know this guy is taller, so he's been training for this for months with taller guys. But then when you come onto the boxing ring, it's going to be something totally different. But for him, he has a way of always switching. But like I said, and I hope that this match goes all the way to the 12 rounds. I don't want to say anybody, yes, you can get to touch down the boots, but then I want everybody at every point that anybody gets down, they come up.